how can you get to the penalty if you're shooting 58 threes?
Well,
So you're complaining.
It makes sense.
You're complaining about not getting fouled, but you're shooting 58 threes.
No, it makes sense.
We gotta.
But it just don't make sense that the Lakers, who are not driving, and they're only posting up, but they're still losing the teams, not based on dominating it.
We got a guest at the door. Sorry to cut this conversation short.
Hey!
The legend. Special guest entering the arena, burst on the basketball scene in 2003 when he joined the AND1 Mixtape Tour and is one of the most legendary street ballers of all times. Now he's one of the biggest basketball creators and influencers in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Professor. Woo! Welcome to Gil's Arena.
Pleasure, bro.
What's up, legend?
Yes, sir. Hey, see you, man. Hey, thanks for having me.
I like those sweats, man.
What's up, boss? How you doing? What's up?
We got the Professor in the building. What's up with you, legend?
Those are yours, right?
Feeling good, yeah. Global Hooper.
Yeah, give me that same. Hey, give me that same pattern and draws.
Can we get a promo?
No, serious. Just no, I mean, no, not like that. Not like that. Like not for like later on. Like just I get to wear those. Like you know what I mean. Like when I walk by, it could be green, burgundy. Yeah, you know what I mean. Just don't mind me.
Whatever you need, bro.
Don't mind me,
man. Whatever.
I got Red Bull and goddamn coffee today.
Gil, we can tell.
Man,
We can tell. The double turn up. What's going on, Professor? So let's just get started with it, man. How did you get on to the AND1 scene, and what was that experience like for you joining the tour and just kind of everything that happened in the aftermath after that?
well, to start off, I was actually a fan of it. Like, I was actually in high school wearing AND1 head to toe, trying to play like Hot Sauce, Skip to My Lou. They were like my idols. And then the VHS tapes were so big, they got an ESPN show. So season 2 of the ESPN show, they had like a reality show. And season 1 was all about the guys, right? Season 1 was about the guys. Season 2, they were like hunting for new talent. So they would have an open run, you know, like an open trial in every city before the AND1 game. So I just went up there as a fan. I really was just going up there to check out the game. And I tried out, and next thing I know, you know, got the crowd hype, got asked to go in the game, you know, that night. And then I'm going back and forth with Hot Sauce, and then they asked me to go on tour. And then the summer, it was like a summer-long contest, you know, like there was 3 guys on the bus, like on the tour bus at the time, and then every game, whoever played the worst goes home. It gets replaced by somebody else from that city.
What year was that?
03.
03.
Yeah.
03.
No,
That
I
was sophomore.
You were talking about high school?
I remember all that.
No, in college.
I remember everything.
Freshman in college. Freshman, I remember that shit.
Okay,
I remember
yeah.
watching you the episode and the whole nine.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, 03, I really was just going out there honestly as a fan, and I loved it. And then next thing I know, it like turned into a career opportunity. So
how'd you get the nickname Professor, and what'd you think about it the first time you heard it?
Duke Tango gave me that name. That was the MC that was like on the court with us. You know what I'm saying? Some of his sayings, people remember that more than some of the players. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, "Oh baby," but, yeah. So he gave me that name. I think he gave it to me quick. I think like since the tour was like Streetball commercialized, they give players names quicker. Before in the streets, it was like you had to earn that over time. You know what I mean? So he gave me that name probably like my second game. And I remember I heard it. I didn't even know if I liked it. I was like, Professor, does that work? You know what I mean? And then later it was like fit. But yeah, you know what's the thing? To be honest, things were happening so fast. Funny story. I always tell people the first time the show came on, I was hoping that like I might press pause and they might put one of my buckets on there, or one possession or something like that. I didn't even know it was about us. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a hotel in like Jackson, Mississippi. The show comes on. And I remember just hoping I get like, a little bit of TV time. The whole thing was about us, like trying out. Like me, I was on like 75% of the episode, and it came out. And then the next day, I remember we'd go outside, couldn't go anywhere without like pandemonium or whatever. So it was just funny how it happened.
I mean, context, white chocolate, Jason Williams.
Yeah.
Right? He was doing his thing at the time.
Jay Will, yeah.
And you come on, and it's like you're like the second coming of white chocolate, right? So did you get any pushback from all the guys? Because we all feel like when a white boy come on the court, cook his ass.
Yeah.
Right? So was that the feeling when you came out there and it was like, I got game, but how do I get them to respect my game?
That's my whole life. That was last week too. Like, like literally. But yeah, I mean, it was, it's funny though, I got a lot of that, but I was so happy just to be there.
Right.
You know what I mean? That I wasn't like, because like, when you're older and you're on, you'd be like, I'll bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? But I was like so happy to be there. When I get on the court, I'm very confident, but I was also like a fan and kind of in awe of the moment. So I didn't think I even deserved to be there, and I definitely didn't think I deserved to win it. But then it just kind of like went like that.
Like when you started cooking motherfuckers for real.
Oh, there was a lot of controversy. There was beef, like there was internal beef, but it was kind of on the show too, though.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of it, and then it didn't really wear on me though, because I was happy to be there. Sometimes I'll get bummed because they were my idols. They didn't like something about me or something, but then they amped me up though. They were like, you gotta talk some trash back, you know what I mean? So like one of the episodes I remember during the intros, they were like, all right, as they're introduced, say something about every player. And then I didn't know how reality TV worked, you know what I'm saying? And that was on the next episode. So then they were like turning up. I remember one of the games I got locked up. I only scored like 4 points or something like that, or 2 points.
They turned up on your
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, because you were new to it. So like was it you then Hot Sauce?
No. Hot Sauce was always...
So Hot Sauce came before you, right?
Yeah, the foundation, to be honest, like there was an ESPN 30 for 30 and I wasn't even on it because it was about like the beginning of AND1, but the foundation was pretty much laid. And then like when it went to ESPN, it kind of like went up a notch, but I came on, I think it started like 98 or 99.
Yeah.
I got there 03.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I remember like seeing something like it was like Hot Sauce, just how he played the game, took it to a different level, right?
Yeah.
Like
it kept going to new notches.
yeah, so when you guys were playing, like did the older guys who felt like they started, did they feel envious of like, you know what I mean? Like, did they feel envious that you guys were getting all of this? You know what I mean? Just reality. Like, if I've been on the team 4-5 years, right, and motherfuckers ain't standing outside, and then, you know, you come, and then now everybody, oh, professor.
Yeah. And they're the OGs, the originals.
Yeah,
you get Bone, Sick With It,
Ali
Ali, Skip was one of the originators, Headache, all of them.
Skip started it, so to answer your question, and still linger today. I mean,
half man, half amazing.
I don't want to go too into it, but I mean,
it's still some issues now.
Yeah, let's go into it.
Beef is eternal.
Well, basically, to what you're saying. So Skip was the first, right? AND1 Mixtape. Skip started AND1. You know, or like, I guess corporate got a hold of his footage.
They got, and then they used that to kind of launch their whole
Skip started
brand.
AND1, and then like it kept going to new notches. So then they went and got the best of all the summer, because that's what AND1 was, like the best of like the Rucker, the best of like the Drew League, the best, you know what I mean? So like the top pro-ams. That's why it's hard to replace. You can't redo it now because it's like those guys were at the top of every pro-am, but they're also flashy. So you entertain and be good. But yeah, so then they went and got like the top in the nation. So there was like more regional. Then they got the dudes from the West Coast. Hot Sauce and them came on volume 3, went to a whole new level because nobody ever seen Hot Sauce. They never seen those illegal moves, but it like humiliated the D so bad that like people couldn't get enough of it.
Right.
And then when it went on ESPN, right, that was like another level. Then I came on there, it's like a white crowd. You know?
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of how that went down. But yeah, as far as the animosity, there was a lot. There was a lot as we went through it because, like I said, main event at half man, half amazing. They really had to work hard for years to get their names at the Rucker and tournaments in New York and you know, they took a lot of pride in that, right? Streetball legends. It's like local legends, like Streetball legends. And then we come on commercially. We get a name 2 weeks in.
Skip right in front of them.
And same with Hot Sauce, but
you know, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Hot Sauce is like a legend.
So there was like more like a Jokic, right? Like a Jokic, like they've been there trying to get their name, and you was more like John Morant coming up. Okay,
kind of.
You know, you just had it.
Yeah, like.
Okay.
It was like.
And I think they were like Hot Sauce played a certain way too, and they didn't like it because they look at Streetball as like pure, like just basketball. Like summertime basketball is a little more flashy in the park, but they actually value themselves as like great basketball players. You know what I mean? Like
because they had money on it probably too.
Well, it was different back then, right? The stakes were higher and it was like harder. So then commercially, like. Well, Hot Sauce blew up playing, like, you know, doing the Sauce 2K and the Flints, you know, all that. Like, they didn't really know how to receive it, but it benefited everybody. That's what I'll say about the group. As much animosity as there was at times, we'd always come together during the game, and like everybody knew their place, like in the game, and to make it like max. But like we played some games that were like perfect game. Like I'd never seen nothing like that still today. Like it was a unique group, like the original group. I'm saying, like the first, you know, 99 to 2005 till it got bought out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the thing.
There was
about,
more
like,
beef later.
But that's
the
the thing
buyout.
about like business too in basketball, like with anything, like even in the NBA, certain guys just become here and certain guys become like, so it don't even matter. It's just like anything in life.
Well, heavy marketing behind. I think the crew has started like at Wharton School or at UPenn or something like that. But kind of even like the logos on the shirt when I remember when those first came out and people were passing those around. But very strategic, very smart. Obviously, teaming up with Skip and kind of really hitting that level of culture.
But the word commercial is the word we're missing. When you guys went commercial, the other guys who started it don't understand that commercial means we got a machine behind us now. We are being pushed in front of a bigger audience, which means that you guys set the fucking standard for us to take it to another level, but you're not a part of this another level because we are the ones that they're wanting to push. We got the flash and the dash that wasn't really set by Skip. Skip had the Skip, but he ain't had a hot sauce shit. He ain't had a professor, woo, 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 woo. But they was, like you said, taking it personal as far as they were real hoopers.
Not Skip.
Yeah, but he went pro. He went pro.
Yeah.
He went pro.
But what I'm saying is those guys were really hoopers. They wasn't thinking about the commercialized side of the AND1. They was really taking it serious as hoopers. They like, yo, I can really hoop. Alamo, I can really hoop. Sick. All of them, they really like, yo, I can hoop. But when it became commercial, it became like, oh, it's a whole nother side of this business we didn't even know.
Yeah.
And they're benefiting from it.
Right.
And we're not because we didn't know about it.
You all are. Everyone's benefiting because
you guys just don't want to grow up. You guys don't want to grow up.
That's the point.
Yeah, so you're benefiting. Our bus is bigger. Thank you. Our meals is better. We get per diem now because of us. So you hate us, but you're benefiting from it, right? And there was just like the NBA thing. Like, the machine sells this because it's sellable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Main event. You held us down, but your game, the way you play, doesn't translate to the fan base. Right. Those kids that's running up to this bus. This is what this is the stuff that they're seeing. So,
More so. Dunks is marketable too, but handles was always.
Yeah, the handles was all. So I can sell this product. So yeah, you might be main event, but these kids want this guy, and this is the guy we're going to push. And you just got to get in where you fit in.
Yeah, I would say even Maine was killing it. Maine had a lot of fanfare too. The first few years. So what happened is there was a buyout. I don't know if you saw the Netflix doc that got more into like the buyout, but there was more to it that doc didn't cover. Basically, like in 2005, they put us all in a room. We just got finished with a game in Japan or like a Japan tour or something like that. And so somebody with the company pulled us aside and they're like, hey, the company's about to be bought out. They're not going to do the tour no more. So you should sign with me. We should go do this other entity over here. And we're going to continue business. It's going to be all good. But we didn't really know what to think because it's like, dang, you're not with AND1. Does that mean we're not on ESPN no more?
Yeah.
So what happened was, then like a week later, the day we were on the cover of Sports Illustrated, like they handed us the Sports Illustrated. And I remember somebody else tapped us on the shoulder and kind of, that's all I remember, but somebody told us that the company had been bought out and it was new ownership and we didn't really know what to think. So what happened was a lot of dudes signed with that person internally at the company. They went and signed with this lady and they did this thing. They called it Ball for Real. But there's only a couple of us that had a manager, like myself, Escalade, Hot Sauce and I had the same manager at the time. So we stayed with the company because we weren't just gonna hurry up and sign there without talking to the new people. Like we're still doing ESPN, it's still the tour.
Yeah. Don't know what's going on.
So they hurry up and they just sign right away. You know what I mean? Like our guys didn't even have managers, right? Like not as business savvy. Like they just signed, they got that thing, signed it, gave back. And it was for bigger money too, right? So we held out, and so the next thing you know, the team was totally different. A lot of people, I don't know if they remember, but like 05, 06, the team was different. It was like Bad Santa, Springs, Baby Shaq. It wasn't like, and don't get me wrong,
That's the Springs.
they were nice, but it was different though. It wasn't as entertaining. So me, Hot Sauce, and Escalade were the only ones that stayed from the original regime, and I feel like it was still some great times and good events, but it never was quite as marketable as
the
first group.
Yeah, the first group was special. Yeah.
Yo, so besides Skip Tamalu, right?
Yeah.
Which AND1 player you think could make the league?
Could have?
Yeah, could have
Good
made the
enough.
league. Besides Skip Tamalu that you've seen.
Skip
But all-
obviously played the league, so
I actually think like a few guys had NBA talent, like talent. AO.
I'm about to say AO.
Yeah.
AO for sure.
Well, Prime Objective actually went
Prime
to
was
camp
good.
with 2 teams. He had a heart murmur or something.
Yep.
I don't know, I'm biased because I'm my own ecosystem. I think a lot of guys were good. I think like even Maine was really good. Like he might have been short for the positionally, you know, but
He was trying.
Ali Mo,
Yes.
Ali Mo, I was gonna say yeah.
a lot of these guys, like it's like they had a talent, but it was like other things weighed in, like work ethic, ego, not getting in front of the right person that believes in them. You know what I'm saying? Like whether that's a scout or whether that's a school or whatever. But who am I'm forgetting? I'm even sick with it. Got MVP at the Drew League. You know. I know NBA
Pasadena.
is different. I know.
Sick with it from Pasadena.
Yeah, like
But like dudes were good though. Like Baby Shaq was like at a time. It's a short time period, and they didn't get as much shine as the early. It was more marketable the first few years on ESPN. But I think a lot of guys were good. But some of those guys I named.
like I remember AO. I think AO tried out for Seattle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened with him is he just wasn't in shape. Right?
He never even lifted weights.
Right?
He never lifted
yeah,
weights.
so these guys, you know, they're playing basketball, but the element that they need, so when he goes into a tryout, right, he has the game. I mean, you're talking about, you know, 0 to, you know, that full court.
running crossover.
Yeah, that running cross
that
was
was
crazy.
Yeah.
Now you put him in the workout and say, all right, we're going to go. And he's sitting there like, oh, shit. No way.
I gotta make 5?
No way.
I gotta make 5?
Right?
No
You know,
way.
so that's what ends up happening with him. Like,
And I think that was at a time, because like he was in the G League, right? He won a championship in the G League and he was more in shape then. But I think at that time, AND1 had taken off so much that they're like, man, we getting this started and we wouldn't even get in the league. And people always ask about me in the league. I was like, man, AND1 was so crazy. It was hard to try to go a different path at that
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
So I think when AO got that tryout, he was
Yeah.
out of shape at that time.
Yeah.
You know, we
Like-
partied just as much as we hooped.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those, if you gave them like, all right, we're gonna say you got 3 months to get ready for this tryout, it's easier, right? Versus like, all right, next week you're gonna try for the what's the name? Like, it's too late.
Yeah.
And they were, to be fair too, I came out, I was 18. Everybody was, I think the second youngest person was 28.
Yeah.
So they were 28 to 30. I think half was 35 or older when I first
Damn.
got on there.
Yeah, no, the group was old as hell.
So
That's why they was hating on
were
you.
they bad influences?
hating on you.
I mean, what was it like? Y'all traveling around the country. Did y'all feel like rock stars? I almost feel like AND1 was kind of the new wave Harlem Globetrotters in a sense, right? You're entertaining, you're bouncing around all these spots, barnstorming. Did you feel like rock stars and being 18 with guys 10, 12, 15 years older than you, did you feel like they were kind of a negative influence as you were making that journey into adulthood?
Yeah, like who was the saltiest nigga? Morally? Like who was the saltiest nigga on the bus? Like always just complaining. I think it was like half man, half amazing. He was always salty. Just mad. Like
You know, we had a lot of like, I don't know, it's hard to say. But yeah, I mean, morally, yeah, it was, I mean, we was a party, chicks, you know.
All that.
Going hard, you know, I think the older you get, you always evolve so you can look back and say now, but I mean, we was having fun too at the time, you know what I mean? And
that's-
salty as though, I don't know. Everybody, it's hard to say, man. We had a lot of
There's a lot of salty.
No, hell no. There's no way, hell, I start AND1 Mixtape 1.
No,
They
but that's
come
what I'm
on,
saying. Then you
and
have a
like,
group. You have a group of salty.
I say, it had to be a group of salty ones. I feel like the old ones were salty.
most people were having fun most of the time. But I think, yeah, like Hot Sauce playing that new style, me being from the suburbs, just got on there like a kid. You know, like they may have felt some level of like the commercialization was weird, but everybody liked how it benefited them though. So
Yeah,
we
but
all
more
got it.
attention.
The guys actually showed me love. I had some beefs or whatever, but
Were y'all making the same amount of bread? Were people like yourself figuring out how to really exploit the marketing side, get better deals? Because I'm sure, even like with a regular team, damn, Professor getting all this bread, I'm not, but I think I'm nicer than him. But they don't understand the business side of the game.
I think it was in our contract not to talk about finances. So no, I think there was different levels of yeah, but it was funny when it got bought out, we had bigger deals. When it got bought out, we had a multi-six-figure deal, and then we were allowed to make money outside of it. I almost made $1 million in 2007, but that was like it was on the downslope, right?
Okay.
Ended, like 2008 was the last year.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I think Hot Sauce probably got paid the most. I mean, Skip. By the time I got there in 2003, I only played 5 games with Skip or something like that.
Yeah.
He was he had to let go of his streetball image for the. It used to be bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand. I used to play the CBA. I was trying to make the NBA, but it was bad. I couldn't get it in because it was like you already labeled like a circus hooper. I was there to help sell tickets. Then I worked my way up into the starting lineup. People would always be like, "Oh, you actually like you play." Like there was a misconception with AND1. It's like the fans loved it for the show.
Yeah.
But like dudes could play though. Like
Well, that was hard with Skip. Skip, Fresno State, going to the league.
Is that what it is? Do you think hot sauce style of the carrying, do you think that's what the Hoopers was mad about? Because even though it was getting popular around his style, and the style is carrying and doing this, and even though it's getting popular, they're like, well, this is circus basketball when the other 11 players are Hoopers. You think that was the...
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And some guys might feel about the legacy of it today. Because even today, if you say AND1, some people would think illegal moves. Like, even if I post today, I feel like that's still on me. No matter what, I get a perfectly legal play. You know what I mean? I could just go between somebody's legs, snatch it back, and they'd be like, man, this guy carry the ball every... Maybe that's social media anyway, but I think that's still
there's a lot of haters.
Now, let me ask you this. How does your game translate from that to the game that we would play? Like, we go play pickup. We see you over there. Are we picking you up? And what's your game look like when we pick you up? Because the first time we see the carry, hey, man, hell no. That's a fucking carry going this way, right? So to eliminate that out of your game, what does your game look like?
Oh, well, I was always a hooper first, though.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's by
Not a lot of people know that.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people think, even on mine today, it's like they think I have to carry to be good. But I do that because like you're trying to make it go the distance, going viral. So it's by choice. But I mean, I'm confident. You wouldn't pick me up.
I'm asking because I know I've seen you hoop for real.
Oh, okay.
So
We went on tour together.
and it's like I'm looking like, all right, how do people know? Because these young, they don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. So if you show a lot of the shit that you're doing now, they thinking that's how you play.
Right.
And if you go hoop with the NBA guys, we locking that shit up because we not allowing the carrying shit and the throw between the legs. But it's like, all right, how are you in the pick and roll on the side? How are you coming down? Are you doming that bitch like Jason Williams? Like, what's your game look like?
I mean, I've shook up NBA players on film before, like a decent amount. I'm confident in my game. Like, who you shook up? Daryl Armstrong, Josh Shelby. I mean. But honestly, like.
Bro, you say that very aggressive.
But I was just asking.
No, he'll give you that work too.
No, I'm just saying.
He will give you that work too. Just like I'll give you that work, nigga. You don't play no defense.
I'm a Bucks legend.
But
He'll give you that work.
I'm waiting to put my damn jersey
That's
up
the
there.
professor over here. Bro, let me teach you a lesson over here. My money on the professor.
I don't hold the viewpoint that I should have been in the league. I don't hold that viewpoint. I just sometimes get bummed out that the narrative of the basketball level is so low sometimes publicly. So that all to say, those highlights don't mean you make the league, right? But AND1 was a lot higher level than people think.
Right.
So I think my pro
sure.
game, how would it be? I mean, I would have been confident.
For
I
sure.
play against. I scored on Drew Holiday before. He's pretty good. It's a workout. It's not the same, you know what I mean? But
it counts.
yeah,
It counts
something.
for your legacy.
So you'd be like DiVincenzo out there? You got a jumper like that?
No, you got a jumper. Yeah.
Well, I had the jumper. You know, it's funny. I just started where I'm the jumper again. For 10 years, I just did moves. Like, I didn't even shoot threes hardly just because, like I said, I play it for the virality. I play the game for the viral. I just started working on my jumper again. It's going back to it. It's fun, but.
So you need to pull up to the second
shootout?
annual
To the
Give Shootout presented by Underdog.
That's right. I used to watch the AND1 for, like, you know, we're looking at it for the moves. I'm looking at it for, these guys are great at shifting people.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you know, like, you know, you can see that this is real and it's not staged. So how you keep throwing it between his legs, back to back to back. So I'm watching it for that detail purposes. Like, what are you doing to push him through the legs? So now what helped me is I'm looking at, okay, you want to throw between his legs. So you go here, shift here, right? He has to switch his legs, come back, he reopens, boom, right? Then he has to open up,
redo it
snatch him
again.
back, right? And I'm sitting here like, oh, so that's what I was studying.
That's funny that you even know that, though, because think about it, that's untaught, right?
Yeah.
Like, people don't even, I know how to, like, because usually, like, with a nutmeg or something, even in the NBA, when it's available, they do it. But they don't know how, like think if Steph Curry knew that, or if, say, Kyrie knew that footwork, right? I don't think he does, though, right? Because he might be able to do it 3 times in one possession.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of like an untapped art.
And he's looking at the feet. Like
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm just
looking at, ooh, oh, he's making his feet move.
Yeah.
And when those feet move, it's like, oh, he's throwing it in. Then
Boom, boom, boom.
then he's doing it again. Like Bone Collector do this shit. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's easy for him. And I played 21. We playing 21 one day, and we had a big motherfucker like 6'7". He's like, I'm locking that shit up. I said, hey, be careful. Be careful with, and he hit him with,
So we talk about AND1 impact on the culture. We all remember going to Foot Locker, Foot Action.
Sure.
Forget how much bread you had to pay. I know it was a simpler time back then.
1999,
But if you bought a certain amount of product, they give you the tape for free. Sitting around watching the VHS.
$59.99.
So what impact did AND1, the mixtape and the mixtape tour, do you feel like have on basketball culture?
I feel like it influenced the style of play. It's not just that, right? But I feel like it influenced the overall guard style of play today. Like I meet NBA players, they'll be like, "Oh, you a like I don't know when that happened, right? They'll be like, "You a legend. I watched you growing up." Like whether it's Kyrie or whoever. So I think it influenced the way the game is played, like indirectly. Like nobody really.
So
no one gives you credit for it.
Like, talked about a little bit on that Netflix dog, but I feel like it's not stamped, right? Like nobody really says it.
Should be. I mean, it should. I think it is. I think that's the biggest thing for us. I mean, I know when I was 11, that was the first time I saw AND1 mixtape. So that changed my life. So
you would be the first.
Yeah, like the first time I saw AND1 mixtape was I was 11 years old. We was in the gym and I saw Skip to My Lou come down and was like that changed my life. So without AND1 mixtape, I mean, the basketball wouldn't be shit.
Bro, 1999.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm in high school. Right? That's why I said when I'm in the NBA, you're talking about 2003, 4, 5, right? And I'm trying to work on my craft as a guard. Think about the guards then. It wasn't really, there wasn't, like you had Marbury. The only move Marbury did was, and then go baseline left. And then,
we had AI. We had the commercial. The commercial crossover for AI translated right into.
No, but they took that away from him.
But I'm saying
they took that, and he had to do the crab, the between the legs. So Jason Williams had the commercial legal version of AND1.
Yep.
So from there, it's just trying to. Remember, these guys are older, so I'm younger, trying to figure it out. So the group behind me is the one who's adapting all this tricky stuff.
Right. So 99, 2000, that was freshman year of high school, sophomore year of high school. I remember it like it was yesterday. We used to literally, I used to literally sit in the middle of the driveway and just practice the moves.
And do what?
Practice the moves.
You can't do one move right now.
That is crazy.
You ain't working on it.
He wasn't working on that. You ain't had no
Bob game.
Is it obvious?
You ain't had no Bob game. You wasn't on the driveway for 3 hours.
You lying.
4 or 5 hours.
No. He was a mid-range assassin.
You better stop.
Bro, you was what?
He wasn't watching no AND1 mixtape.
He was not watching no.
He was watching main event doing dunks.
I had the cross first.
He was
stop it.
That's all I was doing.
He was pump, fake, jab, go, dunk, left.
Man, he wasn't putting that shit between his hands. Man, he wasn't doing all that.
He was this.
He wasn't doing that.
No, he was this dude right here, drive, and then he McCants dunk. He gonna go to the 1-2 pull.
Look, because they watch YouTube too much. These are the children of YouTube. They go to YouTube and be like, this is his game. This is his game. This is how he plays. He plays like this.
We would have went to his parents. You spending money on the wrong thing.
Right? Man, take this nigga to 5-star camp.
This is what they do. When we have guests on the show, they start teaming up against me. And hating on me. Instead of being like, they like, nah, man, you ain't that, man.
This man didn't go to between his legs.
He gonna the motherfucker want to come out.
If you watch him play, he gonna hit jab. You put your arm out, he gonna go under. He gonna pump fake jab.
He never seen me play a day in his life.
He was machine-like in his movement. He wasn't out here doing this and not. Come on.
I wish I would have went to his house at AAU after saw AND1 mixtape in your house. Take that shit out.
Who left this open here?
Go to 5-star.
Who left this open here?
Go to 5-star camp.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
This is tape. His sister's out here.
Professors, the Eve of Black History Month, they're letting it all out right now. February is going to be a much different Gills Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Woo woo.
They never seen
Hey, where's the?
They never seen Rashad quiet.
Hey, yo, where's the ball at? Hey, where's the ball? Hey, let's do an AND1 Mixtape move right now. Do a move right now. Go like this and pop that shit off. Do it right now. Do this.
Hey, I couldn't do that for shit.
Huh? No.
Oh, I used to be mad trying to sit here and roll it and pop it up like.
Oh, for real?
Get a ball right now. Get a ball right now. Let me see you do AND1
Like
move.
Pat the Rock used to try to teach me how to do. I just didn't know how to do that.
Really?
Like,
Professor,
Where a ball at?
If my niggas from the hood could speak.
Man, where a ball at?
we can get them on the show. We can get
Your
them on
room better
Zoom.
not have
Cause these
AND1
Cali
Mixtape by
niggas got this fucked
He better not have 1 through 5.
These Cali niggas got this shit fucked up.
Hey, he better not have value 1 through 5 in his room.
These Sunshine Steak, man,
he already told us. He said his coach gave him Kobe Bryant, right? He said he gave him Kobe Bryant. He gave him who? Vince. He regular ass pump fake
They
Jack.
didn't say none of that.
Who's
None
that?
of that, man.
But you can't get it
You
on his
better
own
not have
grill.
a section of AND1 in your room.
Rashad can't go to Foot Locker or Foot Action and get
Put that shit
mixtapes
down.
on his own dime.
Listen,
Did
remember,
you have an AND1 mix? Did you have?
I had all of them.
You had all?
I had all of them.
For what?
And we studied them.
For what?
What you
For
mean?
what?
To be the number,
That ain't in your
to be the
arsenal.
number
That ain't
one,
in your game,
the
nigga.
number one shooting
That
guard
ain't
in
in
the
your
country.
game.
He was that though.
To be the nigga.
He was that. He
I
was.
give you everything you want, nigga. Three, handle, pick and roll, post up, dunk on your ass, all that, nigga.
You ain't got one highlight of you coming down, throwing off the nigga head.
Fuck you talking about? And I used to throw that bitch off the glass.
No, you did
bang,
that.
bang in the middle.
Left hand, left hand.
Ask them.
Left
No,
hand.
it's before. It's before the left hand shit.
No, I
I'm
believe that.
ambidextrous.
I
can do
believe
both.
that for sure.
You know
I
what the
believe
word
that.
ambidextrous means?
Yeah, I do. You do. You can do both.
So Professor, let's talk about life after AND1. You become one of the most successful basketball content creators, really giving your career new life, stay relevant, almost kind of like the Snoop of Streetball, right? No matter how old you get, you're still going to be relevant to this game. But, you've done that, all types of cool videos, but you dressing up as Spider-Man, Bugs Bunny, amongst other things. We got some clips of you right now, Venice Beach.
Fire.
And the Bugs Bunny fit still cooking. Still cooking. Oop.
Hey,
But McKiss ain't never had nobody on island like that. I don't know why McKiss ain't never done that.
Hey, if you get cooked by somebody in a Bugs Bunny costume, you just got to retire. Where is it at?
Oh my God. And they be guarding so hard, huh?
That move. That's the move right there. Hey,
Look, oh shit.
hey, the move. I'm gonna show you right. The move.
Oh my God.
And you actually look like Spider-Man.
That one right there. That's the move right there.
with the feet. That's
Huh?
when the feet go up.
That shift to the
yeah,
side.
It's called the heel toe. Hit him
Like,
with
if
the
I
heel
had to
toe.
imagine Spider-Man hooping, I feel like that's a spot-on
Hey, yo,
representation.
I'm not gonna front. Hey, yo, I'm gonna go out there and hoop.
Was that,
Oh my
Lord
God.
have mercy. Jesus.
That's an alien.
That's fair. That is fair.
was that your signature, Hezzy?
What?
Yeah.
When you come out of a move and then you shuffle to the
It's a split.
to the left.
He split the leg.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not quite like Bone Collector where he boom boom and then come and then scissor cut. You went to the side and then took off.
Oh, yeah, like.
Yeah.
I feel like it somehow became, yeah.
Okay, because
yeah.
I was every time I seen it, I was like, ooh, that's
It's like hands up, but you step with it.
Yes,
It is.
that's
Hands
it.
up, but you step with it to the side.
Yeah, because yeah.
How hard is it to play with a costume on?
Oh, like impossible. Like almost
It's hot as fuck in there. It's hot as
Can
fuck
you
in
see?
there.
Really good?
50%.
Oh, 50%? Oh,
And
shit.
you still cooking?
My homie actually, so my YouTube channel went viral with that Spider-Man
Yeah.
video years ago, and I always do it. Some people think I'm just like a nerd. I'm just like into stuff like that, but it was just going off though. You know what I'm saying? My homie was into Comic-Con and all that. He came up with that idea, like let's do a prank, a basketball prank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just shot it like 20 minutes. And the thing, like took off. That's how my channel took off. So like to try to repackage it, so the other stuff.
No, very smart.
But no, you can't hoop. I can't grab the ball, can't see, can't do it all. Some of the things just meant to be, like they went great, but then others, like some videos I had to go out there like 6 times to get the.
Okay.
Get the, like,
That's a part of the game.
I can play like physical players on
Yeah.
We got one more special Mostly fans question. This is from 14 Flat. Asks, Rashad, can you do an AND1 trick? So we got a ball here. They want to see if you can do it.
Please show me one move that you was watching from AND1 Mixtape 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5. Please show me one. Please get them shits out your room.
Just kidding.
I can help you. Just throw it between my legs. Snatch it back. Yeah.
Uh-oh, they're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
It was a move I created, right?
Okay.
So I dribble, behind the back, boom, bam.
You ain't got that. You
saying a legal move? You was even on the legal move?
I was on the bounce, come here.
You ain't never hit nobody. You ain't never hit nobody with that in your life.
I created that move.
That is AND1 move.
I like that.
Hey,
You ain't never done that in your life.
I created that move.
Please show me. Please
we
show me.
appreciate you pulling up. Tell everybody
that.
where they can follow you at.
Yeah, dude.
Join the movement.
Yeah.
Don't be stealing my shit. That's copyright. Copyright.
Cap.
Copyright.
Cap.
Copyright. Hey, don't be stealing my shit.
Hey, show them something. Yeah. No, thanks so much for having me on, man. Appreciate you guys. Follow me, Professor Live, YouTube, The Professor on everything else. Stay tuned. I got a dribbling program coming out, CrossDub University.
Oh, shit.
You can go to crossover spelled out and number5.com right now to sign up to be notified when it comes out.
So CrossDub University to support the professor. We see you got your social guy here. So make sure y'all follow Gil's Arena Show. Post that on y'all video.
And follow me too. Follow me too. Hey, I need some more followers too.
Tomorrow's the first day of Black History Month.
Put the link.
It's on.
Put
Let's
his link.
get it.